everyone, and welcome to Zoom on Technology. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that's absolutely everywhere, but is, let's be honest, wrapped up in a whole lot of confusing jargon, the data lake. So in this explainer, we're going to cut through all that noise and go from total confusion to crystal clarity. Let's get right into it. Yeah, I know. You hear these terms flying around and it's like, what? They all kind of sound the same and they just start blurring together. It feels like you're swimming in a jargon soup. But don't you worry, we're going to break down exactly what these things are, how they're different, and most importantly, why you should even care. Okay, so let's start with the big one, the main character of our story today. To really get this, we've got to build from the ground up. So first things first, what in the world is a data lake? All right, this is the core definition, and there are two words here I really want you to lock onto, raw and native. Seriously, think of a real, actual lake. You've got rivers, streams, and rain all pouring water into it. The lake doesn't filter or clean anything on the way in, right? It just holds everything as is. And that's a perfect picture of a data lake. It's just this massive, central place to store information in its original, completely untouched form. And this is what makes a data lake so powerful. It's incredibly flexible. You see, it's not picky at all. You can throw anything at it. Neatly structured data like a spreadsheet, something kind of structured like an email, or totally unstructured stuff like photos and videos. It just doesn't care. It'll take it all. That accept everything attitude is its superpower. Okay, now we get to the main event. This is really where most of the head scratching comes from. People hear data lake and data warehouse, and they think, aren't those the same thing? Or did the lake replace the warehouse? So let's put them side by side and clear this up for good. This chart just lays it all out so perfectly. On the left, you've got the data lake. Think of it like the wild, untamed frontier. The data's raw, and its whole purpose is discovery. Asking new questions, trying to find things you didn't even know you were looking for. Then on the right, you've got the data warehouse. This is more like a perfectly organized, cataloged library. The data in there has been cleaned, processed, and structured for a very specific job, like running the weekly sales report. So one is for exploring, the other is for reporting. Totally different jobs. And this is maybe the most important point to get. They are not enemies. They're not competing with each other. A data lake and a data warehouse actually work together beautifully. A company can use its data lake to sift through massive amounts of raw data to find some brand new, game-changing insight. Then they can take that refined insight and move it into the warehouse for regular analysis and reporting. They're two different tools for two different jobs, and they form a fantastic team. So we know what a data lake is and what it isn't. But you might be wondering, why go through all this trouble? Why store these enormous piles of raw, messy data? Well, what's the payoff? This is where we get to the aha moment. This is the whole reason data lakes even exist. By keeping all that data in its original, messy form, you open the door to what people call discovery-oriented analytics. It becomes this incredible playground for really advanced techniques like machine learning. You can let algorithms loose on the raw data to find hidden patterns and connections that you would have totally missed if the data had already been cleaned up and prepped for a simple report. And you know what? It's not just for super specialized data scientists anymore. Maybe in the early days, data lakes were just sandboxes for the tech geniuses. But today, they are vital for the whole business. You've got marketing teams using them to get a 360-degree view of their customers, logistics teams using them to make their supply chains more efficient. It's really become a core tool for pretty much everyone. Now, just like any piece of tech, the data lake hasn't just been sitting still. Not at all. It's been changing and evolving constantly. The data lake we talk about today looks very, very different from the one that existed a decade ago. And its future is already starting to take shape. I mean, the journey has been pretty dramatic. In the early days, you needed these massive server rooms in your own building, running really complex software like Hadoop. It was a huge undertaking. Today, most data lakes live in the cloud, which makes them way more flexible and easier to access. And the future? Well, that brings us to the newest buzzword you've probably started hearing, the data lakehouse. And there it is, the data lakehouse. I mean, the name pretty much gives it away, doesn't it? It's basically an attempt to merge the cheap, flexible storage of a data lake with the high-performance structure of a data warehouse. It's trying to give you the best of both worlds all in one single system. But, and this is a really important but, the experts at Gartner have some key advice for us. The whole data lakehouse idea is still pretty new, and there's a ton of hype around it. It's absolutely crucial to look past all the shiny marketing and really understand the real-world trade-offs. It's an exciting idea for sure, but one you've got to approach with a critical eye. Okay, wow, we have covered a lot of ground here. We've gone from lakes to warehouses to lakehouses. So after all of that, what's the one big idea you should walk away with? Why does any of this actually matter?
This is it, right here. This is the bottom line. We live in a world that is practically drowning in data, and the companies that are going to win are the ones who can find those hidden gems, those valuable insights in all that mess. Data lakes give them the foundation to do exactly that. They're the tool that lets us ask totally new questions and find answers that can change everything.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. We are creating more data every single day than we ever have in human history. With tools like data lakes getting more powerful and more accessible, just take a second to imagine the kinds of questions we'll be able to answer tomorrow or next year. The potential is just absolutely staggering. I really hope this explainer helped bring some clarity to a pretty confusing topic. Thanks so much for joining me today. We'll see you in the next one.